If you want to help break away your dysphoria, especially your chest dysphoria and your hip dysphoria, think about this method as the onion method, because there are lots and lots of layers. Hey, what's up? My name is Cade, and today I want to give you a few clothing tips on how to masculinize your body and hide some of those less desirable curves. I want to give you a few recommendations. I also want to share with you some of the mistakes that I've made that you want to possibly avoid when you're trying to find clothing that works best for you and makes you feel most confident. The main focus when I'm talking about different clothing is to kind of hide certain curves. So for me, especially before I had top surgery, if you did not already know, I had a pretty large chest. It was like very, very noticeable if I didn't be very careful and intentional with the clothing that I chose. So I'm gonna share with you how to help hide your chest more. And if you have hip dysphoria like me, so much depending on the day, I want to also share with you how to kind of help hide your hips more. So I think this is gonna be really exciting. Let's get right to it. I know usually I'm a lot more up and close and personal, but it's time to show you a few different outfit ideas that I think will be really nice, help you look more masculinized. So let's start with shirts. I picked this shirt specifically, so I want to start out with it. I mean, at the end of the day, all these clothing options comes down to distractions. One way to kind of distract the eye is wear clothing designs with a lot of patterns on it, like fun, distracting patterns. I really like this shirt here. A lot of things are going on with it. Honestly, I think for any type of clothing option for the upper body, I really think you should try to stick to doing a lot more of the different crazy designs. And if you're not gonna do that, what I recommend, and this is probably a huge point, it's a little bit harder to deal with now because it's gonna be going into the summer months, is wear layers. When working with layers, it is a great way to not only help hide your chest, if you want to kind of put things a little bit closer in. The thing about wearing layers, especially jackets, which I think jackets are just such a game changer when trying to hide certain parts of your body, it not only helps hide your hips if you're not wanting to zip all the things all the way up, but if you're going to put it in a little bit closer, you're still able to give the appearance of having kind of you can see your full shirt, but it's still hiding your hips a bit, and you're still able to kind of hide your chest. And this method works the best if you still want to have it kind of open up. If you bind by using trans tape or some type of safe taping method, so you can kind of just put things down to the side. If you're trying to help your hip dysphoria and your chest dysphoria with this method, just think of it like onions, right? Lots and lots of layers, and still kind of, yeah, it's all ready and open, and it doesn't get necessarily too hot. I know this summer, depending on where you live, it's gonna get kind of hot, but you know, lighter jackets work well. Next piece of clothing that I recommend you try out are button-ups, especially if they have a lot of cool designs on them. Last time I tried to put this on, it was a lot tighter than I remember, so, you know, even in a year, bodies change quite a lot. Yeah, I was considering maybe getting rid of this shirt, but maybe not anymore. Well, there we go. I mean, I think it is a little bit still too short for me because how my body has changed. Here's a little photo comparison from me wearing that shirt probably 4 years ago compared to now. Here. I highly recommend you stay with darker colors in general. The darker the colors, if there's not a lot of patterns going on, it just hides things a lot more. People call wearing black colors slimming for a reason. I'm still trying to find more button-ups that I would like to wear coming in the future. So if you'd be willing to leave in the comments any brands that you recommend, I'll definitely check them out. If you have a large chest, this is my biggest tip, is with the layers, zip it up till just about after, you know, the puff is really there. Having that layered look, it almost gives a lot more of a masculinized pec look. And next on the agenda, because of course the true trans agenda is to try to not have dysphoria and be ourselves, so next on the agenda, to get the best distraction method going, is to get pullovers and hoodies that have big designs and big lettering across the chest. They definitely help hide the chest, but it also helps a lot with hiding the hips. Hoodies have been such my go-to for so many years. Even before I found out that I was trans, I was like, I want to hide my chest. Hoodies were just perfect. And not only it helps hide your chest, it actually also helps disguise the wideness of your hips. Now, one mistake that I did make in the past where doing the same method is the type of pullover that I got in the past. It would be super like singed tight at the bottom. It definitely made me look like I had wider hips. Now, let's talk about the lower half of the body. If you wear something tight, like I'll show you for example, hey, I'm not here to hear any hate comments about my hips in the comment section. So if you're gonna say that, like, bye. If you're here to get some dysphoria relieving tips, check this out. If you also have like too tight of pants or you're tightening your belt way too much, it will definitely like make your hips just wanna pop right out and just be like, hey, let me show you what you should wear and what you need to buy next for your pants option. Let's get to the pants. And the pants that if you have wider hips, shorter legs, or honestly, any type of body type, I think that this pair of pants is such a game changer. And what are the pairs of pants that I'm talking about? Joggers. Here's why I recommend joggers so much. It is a little bit nicer than sweatpants, so depending on the brand that you get, it can really pass off as like fairly fancy pants while still getting the benefits of the joggers. I think when there are pants that are cinched at the ankles, it makes it so much nicer, especially for those that have shorter legs. You can kind of pull it up a little bit and it can be baggy on the thighs while still staying tight at the bottom. With almost every other pair of joggers that I've tried in the past, it has an adjustable waist, so you can just like use a string to tighten it up. So it doesn't matter how wide your hips are, how long your legs are. I think that joggers are such an amazing option to try out. In the comments below, let me know if there are any clothing tips that I missed that might help ease some dysphoria. If you liked today's video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up and subscribe below if you want to see more videos like this in the future. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Peace.